Good morning, everyone. This is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. And today I want to talk to you about self confidence. You see, there are a lot of people that I talk to on a regular basis, a lot of people that are here from that I hear from that struggle with confidence, struggle with self esteem, struggle with just believing that they have what it takes to succeed at what they're doing and to succeed at a higher level. You see, we all have this desire to want to do better. That's just wired within us. We want to do better. We want our life to be better. We want to create a better reality for ourselves, whether that's in our physical body, whether that's in our emotions, whether that's in our relationships, our finances, our business, or career. We are wired to want to do better. But what happens is sometimes life beats us down a little bit. You see, we encounter situations and we encounter times where we don't do as good as we know how to do. And so rather than life beating us down, we beat ourselves down, right? Because sometimes we know what we need to do in order to achieve success in a certain part of our lives, but we don't do those things. And, a good friend of mine shared something this morning that it really like drives the point home very, very uh, straight up. It said, if you base it on how you feel, right? If you only do it based on how you feel, you will fail. You will fail. Like if you only do things when you feel like doing them, then you're going to struggle. You're going to struggle big time because in order for you to win, in order for you to succeed, you have to do things that are uncomfortable. You have to do new things. If you keep doing the same things over and over, what are you going to get? More of the same. More of the same. And so, if you want to do something big with your life, you want to do something that is going to really put your name on the map, that's going to get you to where you really, really desire to go, a place where you don't settle, where it's like you really show up big time and you get things done the way that you really want to get things done. It's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone. It's going to require you to be uncomfortable. But your current personality, your current program is going to do everything it can to stop you, right? Because it's new, it's uncertain territory. And so it's uncomfortable. And your program is meant to keep you safe, secure, comfortable, keeping you doing what you know. That's why when you say, you know what, like I really need to start exercising, you have that little voice in your mind that says, yeah, you should, but let's just start tomorrow. you know, let's just start tomorrow. Or, I really need to start eating healthier. Yeah, you should. But let's just start tomorrow. Let's just have a nice last meal, right? That's just how it goes. And so you have to completely like trust yourself, believe in yourself, bet on yourself, and start taking uncomfortable action. Start taking uncomfortable action. When you start thinking about the things that you need to do, and in your mind you talk to yourself and you say, yes, I'm going to do that, and then you don't do the thing, you lose so much power. You lose so much power because you lose respect for yourself. You lose respect for yourself, and when you lose respect for yourself, your self-esteem, your self-confidence is going to go down tremendously. And without self-confidence, you're not going to achieve what you want to achieve. Imagine if you had a friend who told you, hey, I want to do this. Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And you commit to it. You're like, okay, that sounds good. Let's go. And then you show up to where you're supposed to show up, and your friend doesn't show up. What does that make you do? Makes you doubt your friend. Can I rely on him or her? Can I count on him or her? So that's the same thing that happens with yourself when you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't do it. When you don't show up for yourself, you start doubting yourself. And doubt will kill your dreams faster than failure ever will. Your doubt is what's going to crush your dreams. It's what's going to slow you down the most. When you believe that you can achieve big things, you're going to truly feel that way, and you're going to take the necessary actions in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve. But the thing, when you realize that you have to do some things that are uncomfortable, that are out of your comfort zone, that's when you really have to go all in and say, you know what, like, I don't care how it feels. I'm doing this. I'm committed to this, right? Let's say that I want to go on stage and speak to 5,000 people, something that I've never done before. Let's be real. Like, I haven't done that. And so the thought of that, it's like, man, it's exciting, but it's also scary as hell. Like, it is scary. I'm not going to lie. Like, and so what happens is, if I know that taking that action is going to help elevate my life, my business, my career, my brand tremendously, is something that I want to step into, something that I want to do, then I have to commit. And once I commit fully, what's going to happen? Again, my program is going to kick and scream. It's going to try to pull me back. Like, no, don't you go there. You stay over here where it's safe. You stay over. You're doing okay. Why do you have to take that risk? Why do you have to put yourself out there? What do you have to put yourself out there where you can be embarrassed, where you can be rejected, where you can be criticized? Like, stay right here where it's safe, right? And that's why you can't go by how you feel, because at that moment, you're going to feel fear. You're going to feel panic. You're going to feel doubt. And you have to step through that. You have to get to the other side so that you become the person that creates the results, creates the reality, gets the life that you're dreaming of. Stop thinking about it and start executing, start taking action, no matter how you feel. No matter how you feel. You know, right now, we're a little under 90 days away from January 1st, from the new year. And so what happens? This is the time in about 90 days when people start thinking about the things that they want to do, their New Year's resolutions or goals, which really are not goals. They're more like wishes. Those resolutions, they're abandoned by February, over 80% of them. So they're not true goals, right? So what I want to challenge you on is something that I'm challenging myself on, and I'm putting it out here to make it public, to hold me accountable. Decide right now, today, what is the one habit that, if you developed, would change your life for the better drastically. Drastically. So, for example, I'll give you an example. Like me personally, you know, like, I've been working on my health and fitness for a while. The last couple of years, I've really been like exercising on a regular basis every week or whatnot. But if I'm honest, I have not really like done it exactly how I wanted to do it. I haven't showed up every single time how I wanted to show up. And so that's an area of my life that I haven't mastered. And because of that, you know, my way, the way that I look at whatnot has shifted over a period of time. And so I'm committed to getting to a certain destination when it comes to my health and fitness. And I know that that's going to be something that is always a work in progress. But over the next 90 days, I committed to exercising a minimum of 20 minutes every single day, ideally more, but 20 minutes every single day through the end of this year. Through the end of this year. And the reason I did that, the reason I made that commitment to myself, and the reason I'm doing that, it's because I don't want to wait to the end of the year to decide how I want to start the new year. I want to bet on myself now. I want to do the things that I need to do now so that 90 days from now, when the new year starts, I have all the momentum going, right? Because if I do these hard things now, if I do these hard things now and I start moving in the right direction, by January 1st, boom, I'm way ahead of everybody else, right? So my challenge to you is, I want you to, you know, message me or put in the comments, just commit to doing one thing over the next 90 days through the end of the year that will undoubtedly set yourself up for success in 2023, right? And it could be any habit. It could be that you want to make 10 more calls a day, right? Here's the thing, make it easy for you to win, because what's going to happen is when you make it easy for you to win, each win stacks up on top of each other win, and it builds confidence. And so if you say, oh, you know what, I'm going to work out for 2 hours a day for the next 90 days, the moment you don't do that, then you start doubting yourself. It goes back to losing that self-confidence, that self-esteem. And so you want to do something that is challenging, that's going to create a better life, a better habit for yourself. It's going to be a great habit for you to have, but create something, do it in a way that it's easy to win, right? What I mean by that is, I told you, I said, I'm going to work out for a minimum of 20 minutes a day, right? What does that mean? That means that there are days that I do 20 minutes and boom, I can check that box off. I got that win and I can get out of the way. But there are going to be days that, I'll put in 45 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, whatever that is, right? And I will start moving toward my goal and I will start moving the right direction. But at the end of the day, you want to make it easy for you to win, because you want to build that confidence. You want to build that confidence, but you don't want to make it so easy that you don't gain any confidence, right? Because the confidence comes from conquering yourself, doing hard things, doing things that are uncomfortable. And so you got to make it easy to win, but also challenging. I know that's a balance. So you got to figure out that balance for yourself. So let me ask you, what is one habit if you build over the next 90 days would set you up for success big time for the new year? Is it maybe asking for referrals every single time you have a conversation with a client? Is it exercising first thing in the morning so that you get the adrenaline, the endorphins going every single day before the day gets started? What is that habit that you're going to build? What is that habit that you're going to build? You see, people say you can't tell your future, right? That you can't, you don't know what the future is going to bring. But the reality is that your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, your habits create your results. And so if you know what habits you need to have in order to create a certain result, then all you have to do is work on those habits, and like clockwork, the results will show up. It is very predictable, right? It is very predictable. If you practice your skills, your craft, if you work on your craft every single day, you read 10 pages of a book every single day about your industry, about your job, about your career, about that area of your life that you're trying to improve, your results are going to get better. Where focus goes, energy flows. So what you focus on, you're going to get more results in that area. So what is it? Health and fitness? Is it your spirituality? Is it your relationships? Is it your career, your finances? What is it that you're trying to improve? See, don't go out and try to change a ton of things when it comes to all these different areas of your life. What is one thing? What is one thing that if you develop the habit of doing would have a massive impact in your life? For me, I shared that already. That's health and fitness. And why is that? Because I know if I can conquer that part of my life, I conquer my body. I love the way that I feel. I love the way that I look. That boost of confidence is going to help me show up stronger and better in every other area of my life. But I also know myself. I know that if I neglect that area of my life, if I gain 20 pounds, 30 pounds, and I'm killing it in business, I'm not going to feel confident. I'm not going to feel good about myself, because when I look in the mirror, I'm going to see like this guy who's not truly committed, who's not showing up his best, right? So you need to have that conversation with yourself and decide what is the one thing that if I did right now will have the biggest impact in my life over the next 90 days, therefore creating that compound effect for 2023, and then execute on that. And don't negotiate with yourself. Don't negotiate with yourself. If you get up one day and you don't feel like exercising, go for a walk. Go for a walk. That movement will get you going. That will create momentum. Maybe once you go for a walk, you say, you know what, this is not so bad. I'm going to start jogging a little bit. And then before you know it, boom, you did it. You went on a nice jog and a nice run, sweated it out, and then you're done, right? So you don't feel like making the calls, pick up the phone anyway. Make that first call. That first call is always the hardest call. When you don't feel like talking to people, that first call is always the hardest call. But when you make that first call, what happens? That wasn't so bad. Let's make another one. And then another one. And then another one. And before you know it, boom, it's done. You made your calls for the day. And you feel so much freaking better about yourself because you did something you did not feel like doing, but you did it anyway. So you're showing yourself that you're committed to showing up for yourself. You're showing yourself that you can do what you need to do to be successful, no matter what, no matter how you feel. That's how you build confidence, and that's how you build a strong foundation for long-term success. You build that foundation by showing up and doing the things for yourself, whether you feel like it or not doing things just when you feel like doing them. So I want to hear from you. What is the one thing that you're committed to doing over the next 90 days that once it becomes a habit is going to have a deep, lasting impact in a positive way in your life in 2023? Thank you all for joining and listening to this. Hope you got a lot out of it. I got a lot out of it just listening to it. So thank you all so much. Again, this is Kevin Fernandez with L2 Mindset. Love yourself, lead yourself. Until next time, talk to you soon.